We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxingego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Hey, yay, hey, yay. We are all gathered here today to discuss weight. Ryan Garcia, the $1 million question. Will he make weight? We will find out in just a few short hours. In this video, I'm going to break it down before the fight. Ryan Garcia, Mario Barrios. And I'm going to take you through it, give you guys my uncut opinion. Lag out. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Fight coming up. Barrios, WBC champion. Ryan Garcia trying to become a first-time champion. He's had a couple opportunities, right, to win these big fights. This is a important do-or-die fight. Now, I'm back with my original segment, Ego Weight Watchers, a.k.a. Ill, where I give you a look into the fighter lifestyle, before, after, and progress picks, especially when they have an upcoming fight. As you guys know, this Saturday, Ryan's fighting Barrios. So, of course, your boy Ego got to do an Unpacked and an Ego Weight Watchers all in one episode. And the question a lot of fans are asking, including myself, is, will Ryan make the weight? That's what we want to know. Now, Ryan's weight has been kind of an interesting topic, and really, Ryan only has himself to blame. And I will explain why I feel that way. Because Ryan, just like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., has almost kind of been unpredictable at times. Ryan has done weird things, made bizarre choices and decisions, and the Devin Haney fight, he missed weight, right? Devin made weight, was a professional. Ryan wasn't. And then on top of that, Ryan popped dirty for Osterine. So it's just a lot going on. So for real, Ryan only has himself to blame. You know, he can say whatever happened with the Osterine and Floyd told me to miss weight, all that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, you signed a contract, couldn't make the weight. You couldn't fight Tank at 135 because even though you're at the time were a career lightweight, you couldn't make 135. And then the Emmanuel Tago fight and the Javier Fortuna fight, you fought them guys higher than lightweight as well, catchweights. So now you're moving up to fight Barrios, who's bigger than you, and people are questioning your weight. But again, in a matter of hours, we shall find out what it is and ultimately what's good with Ryan Garcia's weight. And I think Ryan, he does look in shape. There's pictures with his dad, and he looks lean. It's weird because some pictures look worse, and stay tuned to the end of the video. I'll get to the different ones. Like right here, he don't look bad, right? He looks like he's in great shape. He does look a bit smaller and lean, but he looks like he took it seriously and he was really training. So I'm not really mad at this particular picture. He looks dialed in, six-pack, all that. But here, and let me break this one down for you, Ego Weight Watcher style. In this picture, where he has the gray trunks on, right, this was right before the Super Bowl, right? Ryan Garcia right before the Super Bowl, and he was telling people to make their pick for whoever. The Super Bowl is horrible, by the way, but as another video. But anyway, you can see, at least I can. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Ryan, he looks fuller. Right here, he looks fuller, right? In the gray trunks. He just looks more round, still big. But then when he got to Vegas, you see him shrinking a bit, right? You see him shrinking. I don't know if y'all can tell the difference, but for me, I feel like I definitely could tell the difference. And he's starting to lean out. And there's multiple pictures of him. So he went from this, and there's a lot more, which we'll get into in this video. A lot more pictures that I could show y'all where sometimes he looks big, sometimes he looks smaller. It's a bit of a mystery. But I want you guys to look at this weight cut. That's the most important thing. All right, boom. So this was Ryan in training camp. I mean, he looked huge. He looked like Rambo, right? Vascular, veins out, shoulders looking wide. He got good height for his weight class. He looked big, in my opinion. This is the biggest that I can recall ever seeing Ryan Garcia. So this is him in training camp for the fight. Looking brolic, looking swole, seemingly training hard. Cool. But he just looks big. He looked big even for welterweight. And you have to also consider his actual height and size. So for his first fight, look, that's him and David Benavidez, a guy who's about to fight at cruiserweight. And he don't look that small next to Benavidez. So I tell you all the time, this new generation is cap when it comes to these weights. A lot of these dudes are fighting in weight classes. Look, there's Ryan and Benavidez who's about to fight a cruiserweight, and David Benavidez is putting on size for a move from light heavy to cruiserweight, and Ryan don't look that much small. Like, he don't look, to me, like, I feel like back in the day, the game was different. For example, back in the day, if you had like Rocky Marciano, he couldn't even compete in today's heavyweight because he was weighing like 188, 189. And then now in more modern times, you got the Klitschko brothers, 6'6", big, 270 pounds. You got Tyson Fury, 6'9", Joshua 6'6", Wilder 6'7", with a crazy punch. It wouldn't even be fair. Like, I don't even know if Rocky Marciano would be a bridgerweight or whatever the WBC came up with there. You know what I mean? And it just goes to show you we're in different times when it comes to this weight stuff. Back in the day, there were a lot of people who they wouldn't really be able to compete in their current weight classes because the 2026 modern lightweight, Keyshawn recently, Ryan Garcia recently, Shakur, Devin Haney, these guys would be huge next to old lightweights from back in the day. It's just, we're talking about a different ball game, so it'd almost be unfair. But Ego Weight Watchers, back to Ryan Garcia, right? He just looks big to me as he was getting ready for the fight. You guys let me know what you're thinking. So I'm going to show you again. This is him training, looking huge, and now he has to actually do his weight cut. This is when he got to Vegas. I mean, y'all tell me. Again, he looking like lean, but this is more like Bruce Lee. So for me, I feel like it's interesting. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know if Ryan knows how to fully cut weight properly. I'm really questioning that. I really don't know if he knows how to cut weight because it's supposed to be a gradual process, and it's like landing a plane. A plane don't just go like that and nosedive. You have to slowly but surely, steady, come down in weight. But then when I'm looking at these pictures of Ryan Garcia, he's going from looking huge to all of a sudden looking very lean and almost like skinny buff. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure they're going to do a ceremonial weigh-in, which means a fake weigh-in, and then they'll do an early morning weigh-in because they don't want anything to happen in the main event. So I'm definitely going to be watching to see if Ryan makes weight or not, because that is one of the compelling storylines for me, given what I've seen in training camp from Ryan Garcia. But leave me a comment and let me know what you guys feel regarding Ryan's weight. Again, here it is. So the picture on the left is Ryan Garcia weeks out from training versus this picture, the second picture, is Ryan Garcia when he first got to Vegas. And if you can't tell a difference between these two pictures, I don't know what to tell you, because I clearly see it. He looked way bigger on the left picture versus fight week, right? So I don't really know what to make of that. If you can't tell, then that's on you. I didn't know you like to get wet, though. Sherm, Dust, BCP, Primo, Naked. That's what you had. It's not like I put up to your head, huh? He looked bigger, and then now he's descending on his weight cut, and you're seeing the effects. But I want to take it a step further. You know, when Boxingego cook, that's what I do. This is how I get down. Y'all know that. Y'all know that about me. This is what I do. The other issue is Ryan Garcia was fined by the WBC because he pretty much ducked the actual deadline of the weight. The WBC, they have these like check-ins. You're fighting for their title, their rules. So they'll have like a 30-day weight check to make sure the fighter is safely coming down in weight. Then 2 weeks before the fight, 14 days, they'll do another check, and then 7 days, and then you have the actual weigh-in of the fight. So what happened with Ryan Garcia is the 14-day weight check, I'm just going to make up a date. But let's say it was due Wednesday. Ryan didn't submit proof of weight on the 14th day. Barrios did, but Ryan Garcia didn't, right? And they kept reaching out to Ryan Garcia like, yo, where's your video submission? Where's your video submission? We need proof that you are hitting your numbers and within a certain percentage that we deemed in our paperwork is safe. And then Ryan finally submitted proof, but it was after the initial date. So Barrios didn't have to go through this. And then here you see that. Ryan Garcia fined by WBC days before the Barrios title fight. So that's what I'm telling you. Ryan, there's a lot of trickery and like games that he plays. He lacks discipline in certain ways, right? And for that, it makes him a wild card. Ryan Garcia's 14-day weight check was supposed to be received past Saturday, February 7th, Suleiman said. Champion Barrios did comply with the video of his mandatory safety rule. So the WBC imposed a $5,000 fine on Ryan for non-compliance. He added a clear warning. We expect to receive your weight video either today or first thing tomorrow morning, depending on his training schedule. If we do not receive the video by then, we will be making a press statement and we will be contacting the Boxing Commission with our concern. So Ryan ducked the 14-day deadline and submitted it when he wanted to, but the WBC, they pretty much had to punk him and strong arm him like, yo, we're going to need that video stat. You need to provide that for us ASAP. If not, we're going to snitch to the commission and you're being fined regardless, and we're going to the public with it. So that's a bad look for Ryan Garcia that it had to come to that, because Barrios is a champion. Barrios looked big too. Barrios is a big welterweight even. He's taller than Ryan Garcia. So how is he making his weight, but then Ryan Garcia, some people are like, oh, but ego. When I made the video, they're like, oh, ego, but Ryan, oh my God. Oh, ego. Ryan didn't miss weight. Yeah, but you have to understand, it's like VADA testing. And look this up if you don't believe me. If you duck a VADA test, they count it as non-compliant, and is one and the same as failing a test almost. Because if all you had to do was do roids and then avoid the test, then there's no way to weed out the cheaters. Because all you would have to do is just be like, they're like, we're at your gym, we're trying to connect with you and collect a sample, blood and urine specimen, right? And you could just avoid them and not be at your gym and go to another city so they can't find you. So with VADA, you would pretty much be ushering in cheating, because they would have no way to collect a sample if you don't submit it. You know what I mean? So the same thing with Ryan Garcia. People in my last video, they were like, oh, but he didn't miss weight, ego. But he also didn't submit his weight by the proper deadline like the champion Barrios did. So to me, that's just as good as missing the weight, because if you ask yourself this question, if you are on weight and you're fighting for the WBC title, you know they're asking you for video proof to show that you're at the number you're supposed to be at, right? Everybody got a cell phone. All you had to do is go to a scale, go to a gym. Most people have a home scale or some kind of, a boxer, I would imagine, has some way of weighing himself, right? You pick up your phone and then you go to the scale, film what the weight is, and hit send to the WBC, and you wouldn't have missed the deadline. So for me, what that means is there's a strong likelihood in my world that Ryan wasn't at the number he was supposed to be at, therefore he was stalling. There's no reason to, if you're not stalling, then you could just send the video. And when the WBC is like, hey, Barrio sent his video, where's yours? Then you would easily be like, oh, mine's right here. Give me 5 minutes. But the fact that Ryan didn't do such an easy step leads me to believe that he wasn't at his weight in the threshold that he needed to be. So he was buying time because he probably had to run, hop in the sauna with the sauna suit or whatever he had to do to shave off more weight to hit the number. And then when he finally did it, he weighed more than Barrios, who happens to look bigger than him and who's been at welterweight. So now when I'm seeing Ryan, he looks in shape, but this is why people are wondering, is he weight drained? And making weight is a real science. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's a real science where you got to be specific. You don't want to deplete your body too much to the point where you can't perform the next day. You don't want to be too dehydrated We've seen it where combat fighters, UFC, boxing, they get off the scale and they're all woozy and about to fall and faint and black out. We've seen it in the UFC. A guy literally tipped over after he weighed in. That is not a good sign. And finally, save the best for last. This was Ryan when he first got to Vegas. Y'all let me know what you think. Now, at the final press conference, he looked better, but I'll get to that in a second. Look at his man's cheeks. Pause. Look at his cheekbone. Bro, straight MJ and Thriller. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Bro, straight. Boom, boom. His cheeks look wicked. And y'all telling me, like, this is the best way to make weight? This is the best way Ryan could have did it? That's what y'all telling me? I don't know. So, I don't know what his off-season walk-around weight was, but his cheeks look crazy. He out here looking like Christian Bale in The Machinist on fight week. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be paying attention to Mr. Ryan Garcia, because his face when he first got to Vegas was looking like this. And y'all know I don't be capping. You get to Vegas, your arm look all different. Look, you got the Christian Bale with it. I don't know. So I'm real curious. But we'll find out shortly what it is and what it ain't regarding Ryan Garcia's weight. But don't be surprised when people are curious and questioning Ryan's discipline and questioning. Look at his face, bro. When he first got this, when he got to Vegas for the Barrios fight, right? His face looked sunk in. He looked like 50 Cent in that movie he did. Bro, he looked like 50, a.k.a. Ferrari. Oh, my God. You got to do something, baby. Jitsu. Bro, he out here looking like 50 in that movie that he lost the weight and nobody ended up watching. So, yeah, in the more recent days, he looked like he put some weight back on and his face didn't look as bad. But here's the thing. That could have been from replenishing, putting liquids in your body and food. But depending on if your number is too heavy, now, like, for example, you got to Vegas and your face was looking like that, right? That's how your face was looking when you first got to fight week. You look better at the final press conference, but that's because you can eat and replenish, and then you have a little bit of time before making weight. But now the real test is what number Ryan lands on in the morning weigh-in, because I'm pretty sure they're going to do a morning weigh-in, you know? So that's what I'm going to be watching. I don't know, but his face started to fill back out, so that means you're probably replenishing and rehydrating. But again, it's a science. You don't want to replenish or rehydrate, and then now you got to cut, hop in a scalding hot bathtub and, you know, be in the hotel room wrapped in blankets and hoodies and stuff. He gonna be dressed in one of these Boxingegos and wrapped in blankets with the heater on in Vegas, because you gotta now cut weight. So I don't know what Ryan is doing with his weight, but it don't look like mapped out. So Barrios is big too, so I'm gonna be checking on Barrios' weight. But Barrios, I don't remember a time where he missed weight. Ryan, he got a lot to prove here, in my opinion. So that's Ego Weight Watchers. Let me know what you think. Ryan, will he make weight? Will it be some kind of drama? We'll find out in a few hours. We unpack. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast.